Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie.
Now today we're in for a fun one because this little card game is going to dictate where we go and what we do. We're playing Getting Lost.
So this is the Getting Lost Camper Edition. It is designed and made in New Zealand by some good folks who wanted to help people get out and about exploring their backyard without a plan, which is quite cool. We're going to do the Camper Edition today. There's a whole bunch of different types that they make, depending on what kind of adventure you want to have.
Yeah, so you get a cool little pack of cards, 24 cards here, and this neat little plastic suitcase that you keep all the cards in. And the idea of this game is that you draw a card from the pack, you read it, and that dictates where you go. And once you've done that, you then draw another card, and then, it dictates where you go, what you do. The Camper Edition even talks about where you should stay. Pretty cool. We should say a big thanks to the Getting Lost people. They sent us a bunch of these packs. Also the Campground Edition, which is pretty cool. So we're going to give those away at the end of this video. So stay tuned and we'll let you know how you can win a set of these. We've got a whole box of them to give away, so thanks, team. Essentially we're going to draw a card and we're going to see where it takes us. And this is not usually how Chelsea and I would travel.
No.
Usually we have a plan of where we're going and where we're going to stay. We are currently sort of east of Auckland, to the sort of on the side of the Firth of Thames. Ideally we need to head south because we've got some work to do in the next few days and we need to get home. But this could very well take us north and maybe a long way home, but I guess that's the fun of the game.
That's the fun of it, right?
This also gets the kids involved with certain challenges along the way and decisions that different people get to make, so it should be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to get the kids together, we're going to draw the first card, hitch up the caravan, and I guess see where we go.
Yeah.
Come play Getting Lost with us.
So a couple of the cool cards that we've had a look through and found is the first person to spot 3 campers gets to choose the next place to stop. Take the age of the oldest person in the vehicle and head east by that number of kilometres.
East.
Find the next bakery and grab a treat. Head 5k and park up and enjoy. Stop at the next town and buy a souvenir for the camper for under $10. So there's some pretty cool ones in there and it's going to be quite a challenge, I think.
Alright Harvey, pick the first one and read it out loud.
Let the wind chart your course. Head in the direction the wind is blowing.
Head in the direction the wind is blowing. Alright, jump in the car. So we checked the weather apps and the wind is blowing from the south, blowing to the north. It's blowing that way, I think. So we're not heading towards home, we're going to head north instead. So currently we're in Kaiawa, which is north of Miranda, kind of opposite Thames on the Firth of Thames. Here's a map for reference. So we're going to start heading north, and it's somewhere we've never been before. So we'll head north for maybe 10 minutes and then we'll draw a second card. Alright Piper, your turn. Pick one off the top and pass it back to Mum.
Take the last 2 numbers of your odometer, head north that many kilometres.
So we just realised we can't even go like 10 kilometres north before we start heading back inland. So we're going to go the last digit, we're going to go 9 kilometres north, and then Ruby's going to draw a card. Alright, Ruby's turn. Pick a card. And Mum might have to read it.
Toot at the next camper with your local camper association logo on it.
Harvey, you pick a second one. There we go.
Stop at the next town and buy a souvenir for the camper for under $10.
Ah, nice one. Okay, so we've got a toot at the camper van and buy a souvenir.
Yeah.
Alright, we stopped and got the souvenir. We got a tea towel. Got to get a practical souvenir. We had a pie for lunch, didn't we, kids? All refueled. And now it's Dad's turn to draw the next card. I forgot to say as well, these cards have cool pictures of beaches on the back and like all sorts of scenery around New Zealand. They're quite neat. So this card says stop. The holder of this card has the power to stop at any location of their choice at any time. Like a get out of jail free card in Monopoly. So I'll hold on to that one. I might stop somewhere just for me, coffee. Alright, the next one we're going to do, guys, is hold your breath while you go over the next bridge. You reckon we could do that?
Yeah.
So we'll put that one to the side. We'll draw another one just so we know where we're next going to stop. But this one says, after the next passing lane, stop at a second-hand shop and buy a mug for the camper van. So we're going to have to go to a second-hand shop. Now, I love books, so that is perfect. We'll go to an op shop, we'll buy 10 books for Dad, and we will buy a mug for the camper van. Second-hand shop success. We got our books and we got our mug. So I reckon it is time for you to choose one, Piper. Hang on, I'll open the case up, pick one off the top, and I'll read it out for you. So this one says, the last person who emptied the toilet gets to choose the next direction.
Which direction?
We'll go that way, eh? Let's go south. So you choose the next one. And then maybe Harvey, you can read it out for her.
First person to spot 3 campers gets to choose the next place to stop. Here's one. There's another one.
Harvey was the first to spot the 3 camper vans, so where are we going, Harv? What are you choosing?
To the arcade.
To an arcade. Alright, let's find an arcade. Alright, time to cash in my little card. So we're heading south on State Highway 1 on the expressway, and Chelsea just pulled the next card, and the next card says that if we get passed by 2 vehicles we need to take the next left. So we're pulling a caravan, so the chances of getting past is pretty high. Here's number 1. So I guess we are getting off the motorway and going who knows where. Alright, well we got passed by a whole lot of cars, so I guess we're getting off here. We're going to Huntley, kids. Hey, Huntley. Alright, Chelsea, your turn.
Okay. Anyone in the camper is not wearing shoes, turn right. Otherwise, turn left.
Yay.
Anyone got no shoes on?
Spooking me.
You should grab your feet. So turning what?
Turning right.
Okay. Alright, we're taking the next right. So that was our fun little day of getting lost.
It was such a neat adventure today. It was really cool, and where we've ended up is not somewhere we would have found normally.
We are at a railway line that is like a railway line that you can go on like one Sunday every month out the back of Huntley, like somewhere we would never come. When we took that right, because the girls weren't wearing shoes, we went over the bridge. We followed that up into the hills. There's a mine up here, and we found out we can stay at this railway, like this whole railway line, for $10 a night if you're an NZMCA member, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's really neat. There's so many cool things to wander around and see, and yeah, just one of those things that we wouldn't have come across. We've gone through Huntley so many times to get to Auckland and back to see family, and never known that this was here.
Yeah. So like I said up the top, the good people at Getting Lost actually send us a little box full of these. So we have 3 sets to give away of the Camper Edition, which is what we played today, and then we've also got the Campground Edition. So the idea behind this one is if you're at a campground for like Easter or a long weekend, you give this to the kids, and it's got a whole lot of things around the campground for them to do. Yeah. So we've got a couple of sets, we've got 3 sets actually, of the Campground Edition, the Camper Edition, and you also get a cool little plastic little mini suitcase to keep your cards in.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of what we're going to ask you guys to do in order to go on the draw for these. So we've got 3 of them. They're open to New Zealand, our residents only, sorry, just because they are New Zealand specific. And when should this entry close?
15th of January should give you guys enough time to...
There you go, just thought of that.
Yeah.
Now, what I want you to do to go on the draw is to jump down in the comments of this video, and I would like you to write a card. So let's say we tasked you with writing a card to go in the Getting Lost box. What would your card be? what would it entail? Pop that down in the comments. The best three, the three that we pick out, are going to win this cool little Getting Lost set.
Yeah, New Zealand only, sorry. But yeah, what would you like to draw out of the pack if you were playing?
What do you reckon would be a fun card to draw?
Yeah.
Now I'll also leave all these details for the Getting Lost people down in the in this video. You can find them on Instagram as well. But they do make a pretty cool gift, especially if you know someone who has a camper van. There's also a bunch, like we said, of other just exploring that isn't camper van related. I think there's a golf one and a biking one.
We've got the summer one in our glove box that we've used before as well. That's really cool. Yeah.
So there's plenty to choose from. So great gift idea. So thank you very much, Getting Lost, for sending us these.
Yeah.
We will see you in the next video.
See ya.